This is Gamer Girl, and welcome to another episode of WoW 1 to 100. Hopefully, you watched the first one, so you know a little bit about what's going on, and you won't feel as confused as to why you got stuck on something at level 1 when it goes all the way to 100. Now, you don't have to do this all the way in order. It's completely unnecessary, because I understand that for those of you who have actually played this before, that could get a bit daunting. But for those of you who haven't, hi, welcome. My name's Gamer Girl, and I'm an addict. But again, for those of you who don't want to, you can skip around as needed as we go along. I like how many there are of the... Anyway, sorry, ADD. So continuing on with Fairy Plays. This Fairy Plays, hi. Jump. Okay, if you notice from the last time I did a couple of changes, I added a couple action bars over here just for my pets, because I like having my pets out. Later on, I'll put mounts and then also my professions there as need be. If you want to add action bars like that, you just go here and then to interface, action bars, right there, and you can click to add them. So you just, and then you get more. Now, later on in the game, you'll understand why you do that, because you'll have like potions over here and food, and then you'll have your not as important spells there. So yeah. Anywho, moving along. We're going to turn in the quest. I can't remember what the quest is, but we're doing it. Okay. So I had discussed with my husband the fact of just like going a bit on each level and not making it where everyone had to watch each video. But he knows how ardently I like seeing new things. So he knows I've already got a capped hunter. I've actually got one of each class except for warrior capped. My warrior is on its way. I'm really bad as a warrior. I'm aware I am, so I don't, go warrior often, but I really like her transmog. So anyway, he suggested I do the full questy thing, that I just like quest my way from 1 to 100. So I grudgingly and with much trepidation did agree. The only thing I'll do different, because I normally grind dungeons, as anyone who's done this knows, it's a really quick way to do it, especially if you're a healer or a tank. I'll do one of each dungeon, though of course it will skip some just because that happens naturally. And then whenever I get to the raiding areas, I'll do one of each raid, simply so you can see. And I'll probably just make those videos just about doing those things. So for basic questing purposes, it's literally this. You go and you do a lot of gather quests, or you do escort quests, or... you do, hey, go over here, look at that quests. And a fun thing that you'll find is with, like, most of these creatures, if you have to get, say, their spine, they won't happen. It's just not there. They're, like, jelly frogging around the forest. Not sure how that works, but I think it was 2 hours one time. I was trying to get 15 eyes. And you would think that this would be quick, that each one has 2, but at most each one had 1. It's just to get it where you're well, it's random, but get it where you're more in it and you're doing more things. I zoom way out, I'm sorry. I do. Oh, hey, look, there's a person asleep. Look at that. He's napping. Downhead. He's got it downhill by the water. He's going to get eaten at some point by something, I guarantee it. Anyway, so I think these are a little mean, but I think that's the girl in me, honestly, the lynx, because... it's just, the poor little cub, it didn't do anything. It's just going with its mommy. And I'm like, hey, die. And then it attacks because, I killed its mommy. And then it's brutal. It's very brutal. Now, one thing I like about the hunters, you can move while casting. Because it's not casting, I'm firing. And if a hunter couldn't walk and fire, that'd be an issue. Okay, so I've got 8 lynx collars because I couldn't just, walk up and take their collars. I had to kill them first. So, gotta go turn this back in. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Doop, 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 doop. Now, if you have questions along the way of anything that I do or that you want to know how to do, if you don't already know, go ahead and just stick it in the comments and I will read it and I will make sure to post back an answer or at least something strange and offbeat if I don't know the answer. Hey, yeah, yay, level 3, only 97 more to go. We got this, folks. We could do this. I think we can power man it, just get this done in the next half hour. Go all Marines. Okay. One thing I will do a lot of, you'll see, it's inescapable with me. I get lost or I will wander and just, it ends in a hilarity for people around me, but much frustration and angry words from me. I'm like, ooh, shiny, and I wander that way. And then 10 years later, I'm like, oh, by the way, I had a quest to turn in, and that's so low level, it doesn't even matter anymore. Okay, so while you're going, just get all the quests you can while you're doing it. That way you're not running in these circles, go do a quest, come back, get a quest that sends you right back where you came from. Just collect them, and then what I do, simply because they've kind of added this thing called Carbonite into their mini-map now. Oh, you still can't see my mouse, I bet you. I doubt that I remember to turn it on. Well, in the top right corner, since I am an airhead and probably didn't turn that back on, you'll be able to see it there. And if it highlights there, it means you have a quest you can do there. If you want to switch from one to another, then you could just literally click on the other one in your quest map. Oh, mechano-hog. Cannot wait till I can mount up again, because walking is so slow. Okay, so one of these quests I know we need to do is just go over an arcane torrent. Sploosh. There we go. Ta-da! Quest done. Yay! Wasn't that fun? Yeah, it was. Okay. If you want directional for it, you can just click on these, and they'll pop up on the right hand of your screen. That way you'll know what you're doing and where they are and all that. Okay. So one of these is we're going to go around and get different items. And then also we need to kill these yellow blobbies over here. The mana wormlings. Well, mana worm. My pet is a mana wormling. Okay. If you want to know how to get pets, if you're like me and you like the vanity items, then you can get them either through quests, you can catch them in the wild if you already have one, that way you can battle. You can get them for buying things. I have the treasure goblin here because of getting the Diablo 3 DLC expansion thing. And then I've also got Murky, and he's from doing BlizzCon last year. Well, not doing it, that would have been awesome, right? No, that was just because I was that level of nerd and I bought a virtual BlizzCon ticket. No, that was okay. So just kill these guys. You can loot if you want to. I wouldn't normally, except all my gold is on my main account, and yeah, so I'm broke. And money's good. There you go. Okay. So there's 3 of those to get, and then just see how I'm going, and I'm doing the quests as I go in the area, so I'm not running around a lot. That way you don't waste hours and hours just going back and forth. If I don't word correctly, like I say something, you're like, oh, that's not what that's called. That's totally called a Hanfluba or whatever. I don't care. If you know the right answer, that's awesome. If not, then you'll at least see what I'm doing. So, win. Okay. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Now, later on, you'll be able to get a different pet. You won't have to keep the Dragonhawk, because in my estimation, they're nice balanced pets to start with, but I prefer the random ones, though I don't go Beastmaster simply because they're weaker DPS, and there's probably going to be an argument about this. I used to be Beastmaster. That means you can tame a more prolific amount of pets. It's ones that are like not world bosses, but they could be quest bosses. Like there's a Doom puppy later on that's quest guy. And instead of killing him, you can seriously just run over and tame him, and then you complete the quest, and you got this kick-ass pet. Okay, there we go. Or I'm sorry, I keep calling both pets, which I admit is kind of confusing. This little guy here, Monty, he is a companion. He's there for show. He's a pet. He comes and helps you do stuff. It used to be that you just had the companion pets. They could walk with you, but whenever Mists of Pandaria hit, they made it where you could have the Walamon, and then you could actually battle them and all that. You could either PvP, player versus player, battle them, or you can just go out in your environment and battle them that way. Okay, let's go around and get the other bits. We have to get one from over here, and then one is back that way-ish on a pedestal. They're just ones this wizardy guy wants. Now, I thought about going with a healer class for this, probably a druid, just to make it more balanced. So I was capable of fighting and not dying that way, but also healing, so if I wanted to, I could get faster queues, a line for a dungeon. But I went ahead and went with the hunter, because you have to actually play the game full round if you're a DPS, damage per second. Because as a healer, you just run along, and you can normally get somebody to join a group with you because they don't want to die, and then you heal them and they'll take care of killing stuff for you. But this way I'm forced to do it all on my own, and I'll be able to explain it as I go and not slow anyone else down. Doop doop doo. Okay. I'm also normally playing with a group of people, so if I seem to trail off occasionally, that's why. I'm used to someone being there to say something else. I may at some point force poor Ty into getting on here and talking while I do something. But if he was playing, it would be so bad. He's one of those guys that while he's going, he'd be like, okay, yeah, if we go over here, we'll get closer to, ooh, stick, and then just wander off towards a mining node or something like that. Now, if you're playing with somebody who does things like that, that's fine, because at least then you know they'll be okay when you do it. It's very much like watching Up with that dog. Instead of a squirrel, it's any number of things that you can grab off either loot or mining. So yeah. Okay, so we need to get the scrying orb, which is off that way-ish. That being the latitude and longitude that way-ish. And later on we're going to have to kill all these little wood people. Okay, see how I said before the guys with yellow over their heads will not attack you, though you can attack them? That's why we're running around this area without being just mobbed by everything, which is good for the starting out. I remember when I first started playing this game, God, that was so long ago. I remember doing the 4th anniversary of WoW, so it's been a hot minute. But no one was playing with me. I started by myself. I did it based strictly on the appearance of the character. I didn't know they were called tombs. I didn't know what line of sight was. If you're a healer, you'll understand that. I didn't understand anything. So I played for about an hour, got so confused because I could not get... I started out in the Draenei starting area because I thought that the space ghosts looked interesting, but they start out in a giant tree, so you're there till you're done questing out, and if you don't know that's what's going on, then you're just going to be there forever. But I found, honestly, if you tell people that you play WoW, you'll get a few that are like closet WoWers. They don't want to say anything about it, but they do anyway. And, oh, that's right, I need to practice, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the quest that I hadn't done. I have to practice my study shot. But you'll find people who secretly play WoW and don't really want to say it because they may be in an area where gaming is just not okay. Where I live, it's not okay now. I'm in a subset of Oklahoma. I'm not going to say where, but it's not a thing that happens here. I moved from Tucson, and then there's tabletop competitions. Magic is a thing people still do. Everyone's playing video games. You know, it's a common occurrence. Girl gamers is not weird. It's completely commonplace. So going from there to here, it was kind of a culture shock. Just the complete variance of it. I think that's why I wanted to start doing these Let's Plays and just the random games, if you've seen that I have those on as well, like the Goat Simulator game. Just, it gives me a reason to be able to play without people just, you know, not conversing about it. Because I love Ty, and I love my friends and stuff like that I talk to. But video gaming, if you're a video gamer, it's a huge conversation. It goes on, always has these little offset conversations about it, and gamers gotta go with gamers, man. If you're with somebody who's not a gamer, then you're gonna speak this entirely different language and either bore the tears out of each other or just frustrate each other to the point of distraction. Okay, so now we're just gonna run around and turn on all these little quests. I know I didn't explain each quest as I went, but they're really basic. I swear to God, people, they're not complicated, these beginning ones. It'll tell you what to do, and then you go to the little blue area in your minimap, and you do what it says. Okay. You turn them in. This makes it where... sometimes you'll get ones where you can pick your quest reward. And then that way you'll have ones for tanks, some for healers. It'll change. Ooh, level 4. Woo! Yay! Only 96 more to go. Like I said, we got this. We're barreling through. This is going so fast. It's not even funny. Well, maybe a little funny, but not. Okay. Here we go. So, once we turn these last two in, we'll have some upgrades. We'll switch to those, and we'll be able to sell these gray items we're wearing that are just for show. Okay. Hello, Arcanist Hellion. Must have been fun as a child. Okay. Here we go. Oh, if you do decide to pet battle, Or is it I saw it? Where's the cat? Oh, there it is. Okay, if you do decide to pet battle, this one right here, see this cat? It's going to be so sad. I'll show you real fast, but just stop moving, kitty. You have to be able to get it to stand still so you can click it and have a spot. No, I don't want to click you. I don't care what you have to say. Go away, Guardy. Did it work? Damn it. Damn it! Cat, I hate you. 9 lives my ass. You are so lucky I'm not able to click you. Because if I was, I've got I've got these level 25 pets. Ugh, fine. Cat will live today. I'll find it later. Anyway, you would click it and then you'd go into the pet battle. It does a little close up. Anyone who's played Pokemon would understand that. And it'll start with your leader pet. In this case, it's Monty. I named that for, you know, Monty Python. Anyway, and then my Gurdamit and Clockwork Gnome. I haven't named him. I don't know why. And you battle. They each have 1 attack, and you attack. And if you want to catch it, you can throw out a pet cage. But mine would probably kill it one hit. So I don't really need the cat anyway. I have that one, but okay. So see, now we've got this big blue thing up on the mini map in the top right corner, because again my cursor is invisible. Mechano-hog. Oh, the guy was wearing a top hat. Did anyone notice that? That's cool. Okay. Now, is this the one with the... Yeah, this is the one with the trees. Okay. I'm bad. I don't read my quests. I probably should, but it's really low level, so it's not really important right now. Now, if it's something confusing later, which there's a couple that, you know, are a bit interesting that you have to actually pay attention to, but I don't really read them. If I get confused, I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Then I'll pull up my quest map and look at it. Or my quest log, rather. I'm just, you know, weeding. It's okay. I'm the gardener now. Oh, by the way, I should probably put on my new items, huh? Okay, so they're all still kind of rubbish, but we might find something a little better. Ooh, see that one right there? +2 armor. Yeah, moving on up in the world. What now? Same. 1. Okay. That's mail, so I can't wear it. That's cloth, so I really don't want to. Leather. I can wear leather. Okay. So I'm not wearing a belt. There we go. Am I not wearing gloves? Holy balls, I'm not wearing gloves. Okay. So I'm now wearing gloves. You'll notice in these starter areas, unless you have somebody with heirlooms, everyone looks identical. It's flippin' crazy. Higher levels, even just like 15, if you're level 15 and so on, then you can start having, if you have it or you know someone, you can have them make you an outfit, like make you items. For me, I would need a leather worker, which I do have, but I'm waiting to reactivate my account probably another few days because I'm starting to twitch. But then I can actually make myself gear. That's a bit better than what you'll find in the wild, but not as good as you'll get from certain higher up quests and dungeons and whatnot. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to probably go sell stuff soon because I have so few bags. I'm bad. I normally, when I make a new character, I'll give myself bags, a tabard, I'll give myself like 50 gold, which is not a lot if you're capped. It's pretty much one quest. But when you're a low level, that's enough gold to keep you until you're around like level 50 to 60 without issue. Because it's 20 gold to buy your first mount if you don't already have one. Certain classes actually get a mount given to them. Death Knights, Warlocks, and Paladins, I think. I know that if I'm wrong, later on my husband's going to watch this be like, oh, it's this one too. So if it's different, I'll put it in the notes, the comment section. Okay. It used to be you had to click each one to loot. It was wretched. It took forever and I hated it. Especially when I was going in as a tank or a healer, because then you don't have time to sit there and stop. At least as a tank, you have a bit of time. A little bit anyway, because people may bitch, but they're not really going to run on ahead without you, unless they're that one mage who's like, no, I got this, or a shaman. Chain lightning everything, and then it goes horribly. But as a healer, you say goodbye to loot. Loot's not a thing that's going to happen. And if it does, you're going to lose at least 2 people, unless you have a lot of HOTS. Heal over time spells going. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. There we go. Ready for turn-in. Okay, check. Just because I'm really bad at finding my quest turner-inner guy. Okay, so we're just going to run over there and do that. Now, as we go, I'm going to pick up professions just so you can see how they look and how they work. I do have a capped profession. Like, I have all the professions capped. Simply because I don't like having to find someone to do stuff for me. And then I was mean. I made my husband do certain ones that I can't do for myself, like enchanting. Because not everything you can enchant on yourself. And if I need to disenchant something, I definitely can't hop from one tune to another to do it. So I helped him get in the last little bit because he was all complaining about it. So he was at work one day and I went and I did the last like 60 levels of his enchanting. Okay. I'm going to have to reactivate my account anyway because the mail is going to bother me. That little envelope up there. Because it's just, I know I have mail. So I want to check it and I can't because that's something reserved for people who are on an active account. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're going up here, up this hill. We're going to be getting goo from the different goo monsters up here. I know that's not their name, but I don't really care. Wraiths, because they're wraith-like and wraithy. We're getting get their dust. It's not even goo, fragments and whatnot. Whenever they drop it, I should have sold stuff. So we're heading up. We have to kill X amount of these. 8 of the arcane wraiths. I don't know what's with my words today. No, my inventory's full. Whatever. And then when we get to the top, we're going to kill what equates to a hard ad in this, since we're starting. And then I can't remember if I have to take his head or not. There's a whole lot of dismemberment and body part stealing in this game. It's kind of common. There's a dungeon later on when you're higher level. I think you're around 55 to 60, I want to say, when you have to get this dude's head and literally find a stick and stake it. Though I've never actually found the stick to stake it on. I found the head. I carried that head for like 20 levels on my main. Never found the stupid stake. So it's a thing that exists. I know it is. I just, again, have never found it. It's in one of the most convoluted, upside down dungeons. Lower and upper Blackrock Spire. It's just, yeah. Don't worry, you'll see. It'll be fun. Wink, wink. Okay, so this is a really long tower. When you come back down, it's faster, but I didn't kill all the wraiths I need to, so I'm probably going to have to come back down the long way. But if you had gotten all the goo that you need, I don't know why I keep trying to pick stuff up. I can't. Okay, so 30, 25, 22. Let's drop that, shall we? Okay. Because these are just like 3 each, and they don't stack. So it's better for me to get things like that, so I can, get more for my money. Or get more for my space. I swear I'll word better eventually. It may not be this video, but it'll happen eventually. Okay. Oh, there's one of them. You have to kill 3 of them, I believe, if I remember right. Again, like I said, I could totally read the quest, but I just don't want to. I'm too cool for that. Ding! Ding! Okay, now that item begins the quest. Okay, sparkling dust. That's why I picked that up, because they stack. Okay, so accepty, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm going to be really mean and hit him, because she took too long. Okay. Now this dude, Yep, see, there's his head. I told you. Head. Head had to happen. Okay. Now see, they're waiting, because this is a guy that once he dies, they can't do it. If I tap him first, they can't get credit for killing him. So they just kind of chill out. That's why he just has all these little dead clone guys. I would have let her do it first, but she was just kind of standing there not doing anything. So she can get the next one. It's all good. Okay. Now, normally I would have jumped down off the top onto a dome, that. That way I could just jump down without having to do all this. But since I didn't get all the people I was supposed to kill, I have to go back the long way so we can get the quest complete. I don't know how many times I've been with a group and they got all theirs and I didn't get all mine, or vice versa. That's fine. I don't want your unkempt robe anyway, because it's tattered and worn, clearly. Could be over here in my nice green thing that everyone else is wearing. Okay. There we go. Now this is a message to the wise here. Make sure you unload your bags whenever you're about to go on a quest that takes you far away from anything. Because starting out, you end up with all these little 4-slot bags. This thing is silly. 4 slots. That's ridiculous. Later on, you get like 36 slotters and stuff, and the 4-slot just, it seems like an insult when you go back to it. Blah. Wraiths, I need you. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. If you go kill that wraith, I'm gonna hunt you down. Ah! Grr arg! Mine. Mine, mine. Damn it. Okay, see how it went gray? I don't know if you did in time, but when it goes gray, it means that someone else has tapped it and you will not get credit for that kill. Okay, so I was tab targeting, how I mentioned in the first video, that if you want to do it quick just to target another one, just tab. But make sure you know what you're aiming at, that way you don't wipe the group or just get yourself killed by pulling too much. Okay, so these things are still yellow, so they're not just going to attack you, which is definitely good. But we do need 2 more wraiths, I believe. The green glowy ones, not these regular see-through ones. So I'm going to go back up because I want to walk up here. I think my chick's ass is too fat. What the? Oh. Sorry, I heard this really crazy sound from the other room. It sounded like somebody was trying to saw their way through the wall. I know what the sound was, so it's all good. No worries. No axe murderers coming. Though, if I ever do start screaming and you hear a chainsaw, seriously, people, like, give the police my name. I know it's Gamer Girl, but they can track that. They're good that way. I've seen bones. I know how this works. Anyway, give myself a little insurance policy. I will have vengeance. Okay, back up the eternal staircase. Ha! Here's one. Yee! Okay. So, hopefully no one's around here. They're not. Good. Kill this bastard. Die. Okay, now I need 1 more. Oh, no, 2. Okay, yes. Okay, now at one point I did this jumping off and I jumped to the wrong spot and I was riding my goat because I was helping a friend and I had already been this level. So, is that the one that's... Okay, so if that's not the right one, then what's going to happen is you're going to get to see me ghost, and I'll explain how that works. If it is the right one, no, I don't think it's the right one. Ah, yeah, survival. What now? Okay. Had it not been right, she would have fallen down and been like, ugh, and I would have had to run back to get my body. Okay, let's hope this water is thick enough. If not, again, that's going to happen. Okay, I'm really mean to my poor chick. At the very least, I must be making her shorter. Okay, so at the beginning, you heal really quickly. I don't know if anyone saw my health bar in the top left, how it got halved and then halved again, and then I'm already fully healed. Okay, so we did what we needed to do. Now we're going to go turn this quest in, and then I'm going to go by the salesperson so I can sell some, so I can actually pick up loot. Like I said, I've got to think about loot. Loot's good. Okay. I love that motorcycle. I have that one. Mechano-hog, you can actually have a sidecar for someone else to ride in. Nothing. There's also, I can't remember the name, but there's another mount that that was made, oh, bollocks! Okay, I've got to go sell stuff so I can get the quest turned in. Grr. Anyway, there was another one made by, whatchamacallit, choppers. Why am I blonding on it? Anyway, there's a competition. Everyone voted for, like, the design of the motorcycle. And if you logged in during blah-de-blah time, then you got it, and I got it. The Horde is the one everyone voted for, the Horde bike. And then the Alliance got so mad and complained that they wanted it, that Blizz was like, okay, you guys can have it, even though we said that you couldn't, that it was just going to be whichever one won voting out of what you guys voted for, we'll let you have it. But it's going to cost you 100,000 gold. And I'm sorry, I like did a little touchdown dance because I thought that was funny. So I got the mount, and then if you ever see an Alliance on that mount, it's because they seriously had a lot of gold to drop. I don't have that much gold. Once I get it, I buy pets or mounts. I don't need in-game stuff because I already get all that by just questing. Okay. Now, let's go turn in these quests, since we can. That's so silly. I miss bags. Bags are a delightful thing in life. Once I turn these 2 in, I don't know. I don't think we've been doing that long. We'll go ahead and get to the next section, and then we'll call it for this video.
We will persevere.
We will. Okay. I wish it would let me battle that damn cat so I could show you a fight. I don't know why it's not. I don't know if it's because I'm on the non-subscription based kind. It must be, because it keeps failing to create one. It would have clicked it by now. But in a few days, whenever I get around to it, I'll just reinstate it, and then I'll let you guys see it. because I thought of a point. A friend of mine told me that a lot of people, whenever they're doing is so they don't get guild chatter in there, they either go to a different one, like combat log on their chat bar. That way you don't see that chatter. Or they'll just close it out entirely. That way people don't see it. Okay, see? He wants dude's head. I don't understand why. But, you know, if he wants to be a creeper, he can be a creeper. Okay, now this is what we call a lead-in quest. This will lead us to the next area. And to make it where I don't have any opportunity to get lost and look like a bumblefuck, we're going to go ahead and click it. And then we're going to go to the big arrow on our map. Okay. These are also what I do for escort quests, because those are bitches. Some are okay, you just run across the desert for a while, but other ones you've got to like battle all these things as you go. And it can become pretty problematic. It turns into a scene from Rambo. Okay. So, if anyone knows me or knows this game, they'll understand why this is one of the least visited areas there is. Nobody comes here. You can't fly here, even when you have the flying capability. You can't fly here, Warlords of Draenor, and you also cannot fly in Mists of Pandaria until you actually hit level 90, because you have to get Cloud Serpent flying before you can fly there. And I understand they put a lot of effort into their game, so they want to make sure that people actually explore it and experience all that they offer. But ain't nobody got time for that. I want to fly. I want to mount up, be able to fly up in the air, and just land where I need to land, you know? That, and I spend so much time trying to get mounts. I've got like 175 now, I think. That I've got variety. And if I'm not flying somewhere, I mean, it looks weird. I got a couple mounts. I can't show you right now because I can't literally mount them at all till I get that quest to be able to learn to ride. But if you're on, like, say, a bird mount and it's walking along, it looks so weird. It looks so unfortunate. It's like a puppet with no control in the head. Something's lacking. Okay, so dead dude is dead, and she was just too lazy to come down this little bit. That little way we went. See, we can still see the bitch. She's right there. She was too lazy to go that distance. But it's okay. She'll give you experience and a little bit of stuff for your time. That's all good and well. You'll notice a lot of these NPCs are lazy. That's all it is. They don't want to do anything. So they'll give you a quest, and they would rather pay you than to have to, you know, carry apples to the innkeeper. Oh, he's got a fish pet. See the fishy? There it goes. Okay. Oh, that Rabosaur in the background, that dinosaur, that's a pet that you can get as well. Woot, 50 quests. There we go. Okay. And then accept the quest because she wants us to go talk to the innkeeper. And now we go. We run. Now, if you want to do something else with your hands, and I did not mean that in the way that sounded, just make sure you're directed the direction you want to go and hit your numlock key. You'll run straight until you hit it again, or you hit both mouse buttons at once. That way you can go. Now, I've seen people die easily this way because they won't pay attention and they'll run right off a cliff. Oh, see? Flying mount, not flying. Looks funny. No reason for it. There it goes. The poor thing. That's a waste of a flying mount. Okay. So, we're going through Dawning Lane. This is leading up to one of the main areas here. It's one of the first questing hubs after the starter area. Now when you get here, you're actually going to have an inn that we'll be able to set our hearthstone to. So whenever we're out questing, we'll actually be able to hearth to it using our hearthstone in our bag. And you right click on that and it takes you back there. Now that package, that's what I'm delivering to the innkeeper. I think this is probably better than what I'm using. It has to be. Yep, 1.1 damage better. So change. There we go. And I'm going to change my pet. I went on a stupid amount of time quest. Not even like in-game quest, but my own like I must do it kind of quest to get that giraffe. The little stretch, my giraffe calf. He's apparently not a common spawn. Yeah, I think he's cute. He's adorable, and my favorite animal is a giraffe, so I had to have him. But he was out in the Barrens, and you only find him in schools of giraffes that wander, and he's not guaranteed to be there. So I took a flight path, and I did all this other goo to be able to find one, and I finally found it, and then I killed the first one, so I had to do it again. Okay, this guy here, he's a flight master. Well, in this case, a dragon hawk master. If you click on him, then the places that you've been, because see, I've been so many places, that one I know where it is because I've actually been there on another character. You could click on it, pay the amount of money it asks you, 32 silver, which I don't have. And then it'll take you there. You just fly. Now you don't have to run, which I may end up doing. But no, I'll be good. I'll be good. And I'll quest my way there. No matter how much I'm all Wonka land, I will do it because I chose to go Blood Elf, so I'm not gonna skimp on you guys. I'll do it fairly. It's so tempting though, but I won't do it. I won't. I promise. I'll be good. Okay. That would have taken me to Undercity, and I prefer Undercity's questing area. I don't know if it's because my husband always plays undead, so when we make new characters together, we end up there or what, but I prefer that area. This one's either saccharine sweet or really depressing. It goes to a dark place. Okay. Thalys the Hungerer. Okay. Now there's a couple quests we're going to come in contact with a little bit later, not even that long from now, around like level 13 or 14, where we'll have to kill these giant abominations, and you will need help doing it. If you don't have the ability to talk in chat, like say myself right now, because I am still on a deactivated account, then you're gonna have just a bitch of a time. It's gonna be like David and the Goliath. Oh, I don't care. Give me apples because I don't use mana. Drinks are mana, so if you're a caster, you'll see up here on the top left, again my cursor's not there, top left where it's got my numbers for my recording, that orange bar, that is, right now it's action points. That's not right. Is it? I don't know. I'm focus. I don't know. Pick a word that goes there that's not for mana, and you use that. And there's different spells that I can use that will give me some of that back. But casters will see a blue bar, like you see on most any game that has any kind of magic, and liquid will fill that back up. Any food will fill up your health bar. Oh, innkeeper. Make this my home. Make this in your home. And you do a swirly gig, and it's like, yay, you live here now. Welcome, live with us. And not really, because they don't care. And then you can go and do what you need to do. So, if you saw, I grabbed a quest from, wherever I grabbed it from, the board over here. I was like, where was I? That. Those are not required quests, but they do tend to give a bit more experience than just the exclamation point quests. So I always try to pick those up. That, and they give you a little bit better loot, either more experience, as I said, because I'm being redundant now, or better gear or money, because all of those are always good. Okay. So I think since we set our area and we got all that, then I'm going to go ahead and call it here, because I don't want to make it too long. I've been running a bit long on some of my videos. One got up to 41 minutes, and that's just crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it, and I will pick up right here whenever we come back to it. And then I think I'll go from here to actual Silver Song for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been at least a little bit of informative, even if I tend to... Oh, red guy, wait. Okay, red guys, see how you ran over to give me a hug? They don't like you. I'll stop in a second when I'm smart enough to go somewhere safe. They'll run up and give you a hug, which normally hurts because they're big and that one's made of rock. So we're in an area where it's actually not like cuddly yellow things that leave you alone if you're not ready to battle them. Okay, so I'm Gamer Girl. I'm now in a safe distance away from things. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like it, and then share and subscribe because the more the merrier, and I like being able to talk to all of you because this way I don't get those funny looks of people I'm talking to in person. Anyway, thanks and have a good day.